Come into the space. Welcome back. 10 minutes of meditation together. Whatever your practice is, this place, we are here to support you. We're here to support each other on this meditation journey. So today I want to just jump right in. If you have your own practice, skip ahead to the silence and let's sit or stand, eyes open or closed for the next 10 minutes, and let's focus on meditation. The guidance for this session, if you want it, stems, of course, from the teachings from Muji, from the Vedas, Advaita, Vedanta, Hinduism. So for today, we're going to find rest. Find rest in ourselves. So if you're sitting, standing, great. Eyes open, closed. Doesn't really matter the technique, the posture, wherever it is that you're arriving. Even if you're going for a walk, it's wonderful. You can meditate anywhere. What I'd like to do, I'd invite you to, is rest in the present moment by just witnessing, checking in with your senses, your breath, checking in with your thoughts, your moods, your sensations. So just checking in with everything within your perception. Just check in, There's touch, there's smell, there's taste, there's hearing, there's sight. There's your moods and sensations in your body. There's your intentions mentally that you have for this moment, like to meditate. Just witness those. Let them be there, but don't identify with those as yourself. Just witness them as phenomena, just like you would see rain or leaves falling, or you get an itch, Just let everything be there, right? But don't identify with it as you. And then also, as you are witnessing in the present moment right now, rest in this moment. Because that's all there is. The past doesn't exist anymore. The future doesn't exist. And as soon as we name the present moment, it's gone. So there's only reality as it is, ever changing, always moving. So even the idea of ourselves in time is just a construct. It's a mental game. It's a play of the mind in time. And identity, which is just a container of all of our experiences together, all of our beliefs, all of our intentions, everything that we interpret, we judge, we analyze, and we name, and we identify. That's our identity container. All of that's there. So just witnessing everything as it arrives into your perception, into your subjective reality. You witness, I'm cold. Thought, I should get a blanket. Right, let me get a blanket after this. I'm kind of dissatisfied I don't have a blanket. I feel a chill. You're witnessing all these things happen, right? But you don't have to identify with any of this as yourself, because it's not. You are just the witness of all. We create story, belief, identity to be able to analyze, judge, predict, and manifest what we are looking for. Like we have thoughts about something, and then we get something, and then things change. We lose things, we gain things, just like feelings, just like thoughts. All of it are like passing clouds. The only thing that is stable, the only thing that is solid, unmovable, unchangeable, is this moment that we all share as one. This reality. Everything is manifest out of reality itself. And so if we peel back, recede back before the idea of our personhood, the person, before the idea of our identity, and before we buy into our thoughts and moods and sensations and this idea of time with our identities, everything we identify with. Before that, we just have the present moment, witness. And you're witnessing everything. And in that place of witnessing, you can create space between all that is in reality, that is witnessable through your perception, and the witness. And so then once you become aware of this witnessing, what do? This is where meditation comes in. I invite you to do nothing. Sit in this witnessing. Rest in your being. That's the theme. Rest in your being. Just be. Rest. Free yourself of your suffering. Free yourself. Be free. Your intention here is do nothing. Witness. As thoughts come knocking, let them be, but just let them float on. If moods take you, just witness them. Let them be there. As you witness, you might feel some emotional disturbances. Just let them be there. Witness. Say, yes, that is an emotional disturbance. Yes, that is a strong amount of joy. That's not you. You may experience these fully. You may enjoy them. You may not. That is separate from the true root point of yourself, the solid, unmovable, unchangeable place that is your being, is this witness in the present moment of all that comes into your perception. And that includes your identity, your personhood, your name, and everything that encompasses you. Witnessing that. And as you recede back as the witness, you can go further and just even witness the witness. And in that place, that is receding into that deeper, expanded awareness where you become aware of not only you and your identity, but you become aware of everything else in your reality. And as you expand that awareness, life becomes more clear, richer, more refreshing, more spontaneous. And you realize for yourself what is stable, what is true, what is restful, what is fresh, what is joyful. And it has nothing to do with buying into this identity, which is completely changing and moving and chaos that you cannot ever control. Because it is all just ideas, judgments, intentions, moods and sensations and thoughts, and identities and identifications. Once we recede back and we witness those things, we create this immense amount of space that is incredibly enjoyable because we're finally able to rest in the spaciousness of our being and feel and intuitively notice and grasp the expansion of our consciousness as it's expanding and we become more empty. We're filled with life. And we realize that all of these goals of attaining something in time and all these ideas of ourself, of desire, which is the lack of something, and the suffering and the fulfillment that is not permanent, is ever changing, is an illusion. And the only place of pure satisfaction and restfulness and peace and fullness is in that place of resting in our being, prior to identity, prior to thoughts, moods, sensations. So for the next 10 minutes, do nothing and witness. And as you witness, realize for yourself what is this place of beingness. Is here and can never leave you and is permanent. And this is the place that brings pure joy and the freedom of knowing the truth of your reality. Knowing. And this knowing comes from just sitting in this place and resting. So I invite you to be here for 10 minutes together. We begin in 3, 2, 1. That's our 10 minutes. Wow. That was a really difficult session for myself. A lot of like achy body feelings, like really in my body, feeling a lot there. And it really is sometimes difficult not to just hyper focus on that and feel like the emotional disturbances, feel the sensational feeling like pain or aches, throbbing, feeling sensations like in my throat, in my chest, and my stomach, my back, and then those dissipating and changing. And so yeah, just a lot of sensory like attunement going on with me right now, like when I'm witnessing in the awareness space. So yeah, that felt. I was sensing and I was aware of a lot of moods and sensations and like a really visceral, like intense bodily experience there. Yeah. So, I mean, this is just a reason why we meditate and why we practice is because all of this is just checking in as well to your inner landscape, your outer landscape, and then finding that peace and the awareness in the present moment. And for me, it's a restfulness, but also checking in. I notice like a lot of fatigue, a lot of tension that I've been holding. And that's unconscious throughout the day. And I'm kind of unraveling that. And so I feel like a lot of relief right now, but also a lot of weariness and fatigue because I realize that I've been in a state of almost agitation like all day. And so that's a little bit of my practice. If anyone can relate, put in the comments. I'd love to. I felt inspired. Maybe we should do a nice, like relaxing seated yoga before we get into meditation, just to loosen up our neck and shoulders and lower back and maybe your feet and knees. If you're interested in doing that, let me know in the comments because I think that'd be really incredible to do maybe a quick loosening body work yoga session, maybe just a couple minutes before we get into meditation. Just thinking of ideas here. If you want any of that, put in the comments. Thumb it up. Whatever you, how you would like to. Let me know you're into that. Even send me an email if you're interested. You also start doing that in the videos. But it's great to be here with all of you. As always, meditating on this journey. And like I said, I want to co-create this space with all of you and really find out how we can support each other in our practices. But yeah, that's all I have to say. There's definitely a lot more I'd like to say, but I'll keep it short and I'll honor this space of meditation for all of us. I'll see you all again for another session tomorrow. As always, namaste. We're one.